Johnny Wrestling or Johnny Takeover, as my shirt says. And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're involved right now. It's crazy, it's loud, it's hectic. We're in New York City, but I want you to listen to No Holds Barred Network.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network. This is Indy Talks episode 2. I'm your host, as always, Tiffany, the EVP of Giggles, the queen of the Indies. What is going on? And I'm joined by the beautiful April. How are you?
I am good. Actually, I am the Brooklyn Wolf of makeup. This is April. You heard.
Yer. She is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, Ray is a little under the weather right now. We wish him well. Yeah. So we will obviously do more indie talks with him so you feel better. So, and I think he would be very proud that you're co-hosting with me this episode.
You don't understand. I'm honored to be on your show. It's not even funny. Even just hearing the first episode, like, wow, I'm learning so much. I need more. As soon as I feel like I need more indie talks. Like, yeah. Show me the way. I need more.
That's so funny.
Was it Ryback? Like, feed me more.
Feed me more. Yes, it was Ryback. feed me more. No, but it's cool. It's like, that's why I thought this would be a great episode with you, because you're still new to the indie scene. So this is exciting. So we met on Twitter, obviously. We've had our conversations with the Queen of Any. I love her.
Love her. If it wasn't for her, I would have found you.
I know, it's so great. Like, so I mean, we're gonna have one of these days, the three of us.
Yes, we need a ladies takeover on Indy Talks.
Yes.
That's to know what's up.
And she's another one who's very, like, you know, the queen. So absolutely. And she's into the indies as well, which is actually really exciting, because sometimes you don't even realize, like, who are into it. So, but she's been into it. So, but this is awesome. Like I figured this is going to be a really good episode. I figured because she's still new to it. So it's nice. And especially, like, I've been with you twice this month. So we've met, everybody. We've already met. I'm sure you saw pictures of whatever like that. So we were at House of Glory together, and we were at Capital Wrestling together as well. So did you have a good time with all the shows? So, like, what did you think as, like, someone who really is into mostly WWE, right?
So I was mostly watching WWE ever since, I was a kid. I wasn't really into the whole ECW because I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on with wrestling, and I recently got back into it early last year. So obviously I went back to WWE. I knew a little bit about TNA, but I didn't know what independent wrestling was. I honestly thought it was just the big leagues, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And I started into NXT, which was basically, the now third brand of WWE. And, from learning NXT, I learned about a lot of these wrestlers that I loved that was in New Japan. So like, okay, I need to know what a New Japan is. And then learning more and more, and then hearing all these, Beyond Wrestling, PWG, all these brand names, like, what is this? And it's like, oh yeah, they're independent wrestling shows. This is where it starts.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want to know more. So my first independent show has to be House of Glory, which was High Intensity 7 last year. And I fell in love. I was in love. It was actually the show with your number one husband versus the Amazing Red for their no ropes match. I was like, oh my God, this is wrestling. I'm upset. And the past year, with the whole AEW build-up and learning about all these new people, and through AEW, I'm learning all this new talent, and I'm going back to the promotions that they were in, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to see these. I want more. I want to see real wrestling. I don't want to see stage shit. I want to see everyone in their creative, this is dumb. No, they're not being being heckled and everything, because we're wrestling fans. We do what we want to do. but they're not being, micromanaged. Like, they're being them. This is their character. This is their words in the promos. These are their moves. No one is stopping them from doing anything. And I'm obsessed.
Good.
I need more.
Good. We're gonna give you more. I mean, it's the right place, especially with us living here in New York, right? Like, so
I didn't know that there were indie shows around here. House of Glory is not far from here.
Right.
I did a show a couple weeks ago at the House of Yes, which is actually up the block from me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. And then, Capital Wrestling, which is on the other side of Brooklyn. It's like, wow. And we were in a church. I was like, oh my God, wrestling in the name of Jesus.
I mean,
this is awesome.
That's the cool thing is, like, I find that a lot of the places are like churches, or a lot are found in like Knights of Columbus is another thing. And like I've been, fortunate that I've been a lot of places, even outside of New York. I've been going to Jersey a lot, even Pennsylvania. It's crazy. I mean, I've seen some really beautiful venues. Like, Synergy Wrestling has probably one of the most beautiful venues that I've ever seen. Colin West, who's actually going to come on the podcast within the next couple of weeks, and we're going to talk about his next show. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to get him onto the podcast. But it was a really cool, like, Capitol was even cool, like, yesterday, the venue and stuff. I don't even know where to begin. Like,
it was like, because when I'm going there and I'm like, is that a church? And it's next to a church at a Sunday school. Like, and I'm like, wow.
Right.
So have brutal wrestling in the church. This is pretty awesome. And of course, we in the middle of the dive section. So I'm like, oh, so we're gonna dive.
Oh yeah. Well, we might as well like dive into Capital Wrestling since we're already talking about it. I guess it's like fresh in our brains right now. So we're gonna talk about Capital Wrestling right now. So this is where we were yesterday. April actually got to meet number one husband yesterday, so I was excited.
It's such an honor. I've seen a handful of matches of his, and they were always entertaining. I love the way he moves in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, and I was excited to see your face because I know number one husband needs support.
All right, let's get real here, okay? Like, we're girls, okay? Me and April were talking about this earlier, okay? Like, we're girls, okay? Yeah, we're gonna look at your faces, we're gonna look at your bodies and everything like that, right? For real, right? Real talk, right? But it's like, even with you guys out there, and it's like a lot of guys think that women are only watching wrestling because of like the good looks, the bodies, and stuff like that. And yes, we do look at that.
That's what catches our eye first.
Right.
We need to see what we're watching. Like, oh, how you doing? And then them being in the ring and moving the way they do is an extra benefit to us.
Yes, and it's funny because it's like guys like say like, oh, I don't want to hear that, but I have to sit here and I have to listen to you talk drooling over Mandy Rose,
and Rose,
like,
Alexa Bliss,
that bubble butt and stuff like that.
I have to hear this one more time from a guy that's like, okay, so now I'm just gonna talking about bulges if we're gonna have this conversation.
I know, like, seriously, like, all right, now it's time for us to start having conversations about the good-looking men or whatever like that. But I mean, in reality, me and April love wrestling. I mean, and you've sat with me at these shows and you can generally say like, I love it, even if it's not one of my list of husbands as we talk about all the time, but I just love the wrestling, the techniques, fast movement, all sorts of crazy things like that just catch me, like New Japan we were talking about earlier, and it's like I love the sport feel of the wrestling. So it's not always about the looks and stuff like that. Yes, it's just human nature. We all have that attraction for people, right? So, but here we are. We're women. We like it.
The way they do, and they move the way they do, and we slide everywhere. It's not our fault. Slide parties.
Actually, my friend Charles is in the chat. Hi, Charles.
Hi, Charles. Oh, hi.
That's why I said that. He's in the chat. He said confusing Nick Young face. Oh my God. So much stuff happened yesterday at Capitol.
A lot happened yesterday.
A lot happened. So if you watch
in the audience, screaming children.
If you watch Capitol yesterday, even if you watch it later, because I know it was on Fight, I believe, or it's going to be on Fight, and I think it's I'll look out for it. They're all over the place, but we were in camera view, right across from the camera, so you will see me and her screaming laughing, jumping up and down, harassing the guys or whatever. Like,
Yes.
it was a really good time. And I talk about this all the time. And I'm sure you, like, again, like, you're still new to the independent scene. But isn't it true the crowd is so important for the match?
It's so important. And I know you spoke about this in a lot of your episodes, and I completely agree that the crowd is what makes the show. I mean, we can have two guys in the ring put on their best performance wrestling we've never seen before. And if the crowd is a dead silence, it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, no, you need to be hyped.
Right.
Like, these guys, this is something that they're passionate about.
Right.
They're putting their bodies at risk for us.
Right.
We're just going to sit there and not react to it? No, if I see a crazy move, no matter, even if I don't know you, because I didn't know who these guys were,
right.
but it was a lot of great matches, and I was like, wow, I like this guy. I want to see more of this guy. I love the way they move. I love their promos. Like, you have to be interactive, and we cursed at them. We were fucking with I think the general manager from, I think it was Capitol.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were just like fucking with him, and then it was just so insane. And there was these kids behind us who were just so excited.
Oh my God.
There were some girls, and I'm like, wow, that was us. They're the future.
There must have been.
Right.
You're right. Like, there must have been 5. Yeah, we'll get into that soon, Charles. There must have been like 5 little kids like sitting behind us, and they were having the time of their life, screaming, jump. And then, you know, I think what was cool too is that the wrestlers got involved too. So like they're playing around. Like, of course, like certain promotions, you'll get like they'll come up and curse at you. They'll play if they know you well enough. Like they'll push you around and stuff. You know, little like silly things that they'll do, especially if they know you very well. You know, so, but I love when the wrestlers interact with the kids. So, who was it? Like Darius Carter. Oh God, he's so funny. He's a heel if you guys like don't follow, but it was so funny because like he was sticking the tongue out. Oh, even Homicide had me dying because he stuck his tongue out. That's what it was. It was Homicide. He stuck his tongue out at this little 5-year-old boy, and I guess the kid did it back to him, and then he was like, oh. You know, like he was playing around with it. And it was just like, that's what makes it fun. You know, like you see the workers are having fun. It's so important as well. So, but yeah, they were having their best life, those kids yesterday. And
they were lit. They were more lit than us.
Yeah, she said to me, she's like, that's the future us. They're going to be screaming, list the husbands. They're going to be screaming Poppy and all this stuff that was screaming yesterday.
Like that's the future. These kids, their parents, I congratulate you guys because you are doing the best thing for them.
Yeah.
I had my great niece over and she's 6 and she didn't know what wrestling was. I put on some old school Young Buck stuff because I wanted to show her, you know, high flying tables, ladders stuff. Right. And she was very specific of what she liked. She does not like Legos when they get thrown on them. She doesn't like chair shots, but she loves when they go on the ladders and they jump off and onto the tables. It was like, okay, I can work with this. And I look at her father, and he's like, it's okay. She can use it on her brothers. And I'm like, all right.
It was fun. We had a lot of fun with the show yesterday. And it's true, like, I put a tweet out. It really is also who you go with, you know? Also, like, I've been to shows by myself, you know, and I'm still going to scream and yell for people, but it's not the same when you go with a bunch of friends or whatever, and you're getting your friends starting silly chants. We started so many chants yesterday. It was crazy. Like, oh my God. Like, we were when Gangon was on there. I was like, Gangon's gonna kill you. And I think one of the most funniest moments during his match with Casey Notaro was that when he was like, should I shake his hand? And I have the video and I posted it on Twitter, and you and me screamed so loud. It was like, no! Like, I see, it's in the video. I don't care what you say. I saw you broke kayfabe. I saw you crack a smile. You cracked the smile when we started, like, screaming, no!
We know what's up. Like, no, this is a title match. Y'all not friends?
Yeah, no. But even like I put a tweet out and I said like I will always put him over. Okay, I will always. It's never gonna change or whatever like that. He is one of my favorite husbands. He's number one husband, you know. But I followed him so much and I know like a lot of his moves set by now. But he just always surprises and amazes me because every match, yes, is different, and it should be. But there's always something different that he adds to it. I'm like, huh, new move. What's the name of this move now? Or like yesterday he had us rolling because he put his arm out and he knocked Casey out, right? Like,
yeah, I was like, okay, this is a thing. And I heard that. I'm like, ooh, okay.
I think they were we were chanting that he's just a kid, Casey. Like,
Child.
just a child. We were starting so much yesterday. It was hilarious. And
that's what it's all about.
I mean, Ray, you know, when you listen to this, I'm still wanting to file a complaint because, you know, I don't like that Gangon lost the belt. All right.
Oh no.
You know, he should have lost the belt.
Tight. We were tight.
I was upset. I got up and I'm screaming no. Like, I need to file a complaint, please. So
you were VIP and this is what you got?
This is what I get. I pay for VIP. What is going on? I expect some, like, I don't know. I'm very upset. I'm very, very upset. So but
okay, he'll get it back. He'll get it back.
He'll get it back. He'll get it back. He said he's gonna get it back. So we'll see. We'll see in the future. But
even in some of the matches, like there was one match, it was a freestyle match, and the reward was a chain.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is very hood.
You have like all different types of matches, and that's what I like. It's just very, very different. Some stuff didn't make sense, you know, like Leroy Green and Griffin from Young, Dumb, and Broke, you know, like teamed up together, and it was like, what? And we love Leroy. We love Leroy out there. You know, he's one of the favorites. We've had him on the podcast, and he's gonna come on.
I now know every game he plays because when we saw him at HOG, he was playing Pokemon, and we're over here watching him and I'm trying to look at his Switch. Like, what game is he playing? I think he's playing Mario.
I love that he's always playing the Switch.
The Switch.
I know. It's his thing. If you guys, you gotta go give him a follow. He's just awesome. The ugly ducklings had me freaking rolling.
I was so confused. I was like, quack,
quack,
this is the thing.
Quack. Quack. I did the oh god, I don't know the names, so I'm sorry. I'm still learning names as well. So it's like I don't know everybody, you know. But the guy was going around the ring flapping his arms and stuff, and I'm
with my co-host from my show, and he's just watching. He's like, "Yo, I can get into this duck shit. This shit is dope."
It was weird because it's like we're cheering for the ugly ducklings every time Griffin came into the ring, but the minute Leroy entered, we were like, Leroy. Yeah.
So, that was a fun match. That was so fun.
It was fun.
That's cool. Okay.
Oh my god. So we're gonna talk about this because even Charles brought it up in the chat. But so somebody fell asleep in the front row.
I don't understand it. I was hoping that it was a work, but I'm glad it wasn't. Because the music was loud, we're in front row.
Right.
And he's knocked out. And two of the guys from the rep,
oh my god,
they were fucking with him. And we're like, yo, is this man really sleeping? And he was knocked out. Like, how? How do you fall asleep during a wrestling show?
I don't know.
Anyone. Where you have screaming children 5 feet away from you. And you're just knocked out.
I swear the wrestlers were having fun with him too. Lucky 13 had me rolling. Never mind the fact that he's gorgeous and he needs to go on my list of husbands. I'm just saying, I didn't add him on there, but he needs to go on there because he's gorgeous. And he was jumping up and down. He got the cameraman to take video of the guy sleeping. Like they were starting chants, wake him up or something like that's bad. It's taken away from the match. And then one of the guys from the rep, like, we lost it because we didn't expect him to go running, charging, screaming, and the guy still didn't wake up, and we were just dying laughing.
I don't understand this. Why? You paid good money. You paid VIP money, sir, for front row on night.
We were dying. We were like, oh. Okay.
He woke up all confused, like, what happened? Like, sir, you know what you are. What drugs are you on?
I don't know. How do you get knocked? I think like a freaking cup got thrown at him with water, and it still didn't wake him up. And oh my god, it's just crazy.
This is what we love. This is what we pay to see. Not only shows from wrestlers, the shows from audience. So you know what? We got our money doubled and more.
I know. It's it was good. So I mean, Ray was working the door, and he told us that he heard us screaming.
That's a good thing. That is a good thing.
We had a lot of fun. It's crazy. I mean, the guys, they're so nice. I mean, I was lucky enough to get in earlier, and I got to talk to a lot of the wrestlers, even like after. It was funny. I was backstage at one point because I went to go to the bathroom and I had to go through the locker room. So everybody's like, hi, hey, like, oh, like, I feel weird back here, but hi. Like,
no, you're the queen. You deserve to go everywhere.
I know, right? Like, I should be going everywhere, So it's kind of cool, but
people or something. Like, no.
I know. I need that pass. Like, I don't even need the pass. It's like, oh, they see me. They're like, hey, it's Tiffany. Like, all right, like she's cool. But
exactly.
It was fun. It was a great venue, right? Like, it was fun. It was nice and open. So
it was fun. I loved it.
I took so much video. I uploaded some clips already on Twitter. I can't wait to go back. I know there's shows in February. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go because I'm going to another show. I book in advance, man. Like, I already got shows all the way up to April. Like, that's how crazy it is, my schedule. Like, I feel bad. I was talking about it earlier with Too Good, with my interview with Under the Ropes. And I told him, I was like, I feel bad because I like a lot of wrestlers and I want to support everybody, but it's so hard because there is that much wrestling.
Seriously, like, in this, especially like now, we have so much wrestling now on TV. Now we're going back and forth from NXT to AEW, and there's so many promotions that they're just coming out. I'm just like, wow, I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to go everywhere. Just have all the wrestlers we all want to see just in one place so we don't have to struggle or stress.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh, we didn't talk about your two yummies, your puppy one and puppy two.
So, you people need to know, I do have a list of husbands.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have an independent list of husbands just yet.
Mm-hmm. We're getting her there because she's not like well versed yet, but we're getting her there.
We had Papi number 1 and Papi number 2. Oh my God. They were so beautiful. Tiffany's like, oh, that's all you. I'm like, yo. And I'm just waiting for them to dive over here. But they kept diving by the camera. We're like, over here. We started over here chant.
I think the funny thing was they told us that this was the dive area that we were in, just to be careful. Yeah. And I said, God, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this, but like I was like, as long as Anthony Gangone like falls in my lap, I'm good. Like they were laughing at me.
Exactly. So during this match, it was Steve. Oh my God,
Gipke. I think it's Gipke. Yeah.
Anthony Bowen. Yeah. I'm like, wow, these men are beautiful. And they were doing some dives and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you're doing it on the other side.
Like, come over here. Come. It was funny because we were legit, we were channeling Queen of NE because literally this match happened before Anthony Gangone's match. And literally me, Charles, your co-host, we're literally fanning you. We're literally fanning you.
I can't do this. I need my asthma pump. I can't breathe. This is a lot.
It was a lot because she put them both on the list. I'm like, damn. I was like, all right, let me fan you. Let me fan you.
The gentleman, I think he was hosting the event. I forgot his name. He was like, which one you want? I'm like, can I have both?
Oh. It was fun. But which one was it Anthony that blew you a kiss?
No, it was Steve. Steve blew me a kiss because I was just like, oh my God, this is a beautiful man. And the match was great. It was very athletic, high flying, technical. It was everything that you want in a match. And I was just like, wow, I'm loving this man. He's beautiful. He's doing his thing. I gave him a standing ovation. Then he called me and blew me a kiss. I was like, oh Lord.
Fan. Get the fan. Get the fan.
Everywhere. Like, it was just the whole floor around me was
I think you were the one that spilled behind us because they literally pulled the mop out behind us. So I don't know.
Yeah,
so I think
so on my show I'm on Popular Reviews and I have this thing called a super slide party. So whenever I see one of my husbands on screen doing their thing and I'm just sliding all over the place because I can't deal. And we always joke we need a mop, we need a bucket, and as soon as the sliding commenced, some guy just starts mopping behind us, and I'm like, "This is your thing."
That was funny.
Okay, they're going on the list because wow,
it's serious, man. You gotta get the fan. You gotta, we were talking about the gym, right? The gym fans. That we need one of those big gym
the,
fans.
Yes, the junior high school gym lock what's something, the lunchroom fans,
Yes.
like those giant ones, like in our faces. Because as soon as we were good, think Lucky 13 had a match, and we had to fan you.
Oh no, Gangon came out first. No, Gangon came out first, and then Lucky 13 came out with Casey, and I was like, I can't handle this. I was like, oof. So everybody was fanning me at the same time as well.
I'm like, okay, it's okay.
Sorry, Charles. Thanks for catching us, right? No, but it was
last night because you knew when to give us a fan.
Yes.
MVP.
It was a good time. We had a lot of fun, right? So like Capitol is definitely one that you guys should like check out if you're like in the New York, New Jersey. I think they travel too. So I think that they were in, I want to say Tennessee. I'm probably wrong. They were somewhere a couple of months ago. So, but they do travel outside. So if you can, like, go give them a follow. Matthew Ryan Shapiro is absolutely amazing. I got to chat with him yesterday, and then he messaged me again today, and he thanked me. And I was like, I really did. Like, even before I left, I thanked him because I had a lot of fun. Like, again, I will never stop telling people, like, I really appreciate them because I know it's a lot of hard work that everybody does. I mean, we were hanging out after, and you saw that they were breaking down the rings and stuff. Like,
yeah, like they do a lot. Mm-hmm. And you know, I even give shout outs to the crew who even puts it together because that's a lot of work to put a ring together, making sure everything looks good, and then the production. It's a lot of work that goes into these indie shows, and I love to see that. I was like, this is where it all begins. This is where it all starts before they hit the big leagues.
Right.
I appreciate all that. You know, this is the bottom that they're starting. I don't see it as the bottom. I see that this is their prime.
Right.
Before they get to the big leagues, to their, I guess, their sort of prime, but this is where it's at.
Right.
And I appreciate everything that they do between the crew, the wrestlers, the audience. Like it's just a little community.
Right. It's
fun.
There,
and it's awesome.
And I think like one of the biggest things yesterday, we had so much fun. All right. And like me and April had talked about this, and this is what it's all about. It's about fun. And if you can't have fun, you know, then like, I don't know what you're doing, because we had the best time yesterday. We were laughing. I mean, we made the wrestlers laugh. I think your co-host made Homicide laugh yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I made Anthony laugh like twice during, like, even when he walked out, right? You guys were all laughing at me because I made him laugh, right? Like, he walked out and he cracked a smile and started laughing. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what it's all about. They put on this show. Like you said, they work very hard. They're putting their bodies on the line, and you know, we appreciate it. Like, and we're gonna, you know, like us yelling, screaming, and all that stuff. They want some sort of reaction, but in the end, they're just like normal people, right? We were talking to a bunch of the wrestlers yesterday as well, and they're so humble. They're funny. There's this it's just really, really funny. All right, so I know you didn't come to this. I went to CZW. This was my first CZW show, so I'm going to go quickly into it because I know April wasn't there. So I'm going to talk a little briefly about that, and I'm also going to talk about Warrior Wrestling a little bit, which I know you didn't get to see. I didn't go to Warrior Wrestling 7. I actually went to my best friend Brad and Margaret's house, and I was able to pay-per-view that. So CZW was a bucket list of mine of indie shows that I wanted to go, so maybe one day we'll go. You know, that you can go see it.
CZW show, especially since my number one husband used to be in CZW. You know, when we get to the list, you'll know, but he was like the mastermind in CZW.
Yes.
For sure.
So actually, what I'll do is I'll talk quickly about CZW, and then we'll do the list of husbands. So CZW was okay. So like even like award April, because I told her I'm going to GCW in a couple of weeks, and GCW's death matches, and CZW there are death matches as well. So probably CZW would be good to start April out with before I drag her to GCW, because it's brutal and it's even hard for me to watch sometimes. So if you're gonna do death matches, I need to start you with CZW. So yeah, it's a lot.
Actually, we're going to ICW, which is a
this is true.
Rope. People are gonna die.
This is true. This is true because it's in Jersey. Actually, next Saturday. So guys, go buy tickets. I think it's in Jersey City, I want to say it's in. So yeah, they're doing death matches. So so get ready. Get ready for this. Usually I'm used to ICW here in New York, and they don't have those kind of matches that you can't do those matches in New York. So a lot of them are done in Jersey. But yeah, CZW, I had a lot of fun. It was a promotion, like I said. It was a bucket list for me. It was their WrestleMania, pretty much, the Cage of Death. So the last match was Jimmy Lloyd and Brandon Kirk, who are both amazing independent. I love Jimmy Lloyd. He's definitely a favorite of mine. He's been passed down the torch from Joey Janela. So I don't know if you knew that. Yeah. So
No,
that was a crazy match. The only thing I wish they did, and again, like, I don't go into negative. I wish, like, they built the cage a little faster. It took them a long time to put that cage together. So it kind of, like, took away, I feel like, because, you know, I'm like a couple hours away, so I had to leave a little bit earlier, but I got to see some of the clips of what I missed. But light tubes, I love light tubes. I was dying. I think I got some of those clips that I was smacking people around. So hi, American Dream, how are you? So that was crazy. They went through fire from the top, through glass, at the end. That was a little.
That is, sorry to cut you off. That's actually my co-host Victor from a popular.
Hey, what is going on?
And he was just he had himself. He had a ball.
You had a ball, yeah. We had a ball. We had a ball. That's why I keep preaching indie wrestling, indie wrestling, indie wrestling. John Silver was in CZW. Also, so you know that name, AEW. He defeated Connor Claxton. I was dying because they were putting freaking staples in each other, and they were taking money from people in the front row and stapling it on each other. So I was sitting there cracking up.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like literally, he was stapling. John Silver was stapling like $5 bills on his head. Yeah.
I don't understand why would they do that? Like staples hurt. Like.
Well, get ready, because that's just piece of like ICW, CZW, GCW. I mean, Darby Allin does it in AEW. So that's why I say you better. I'm preparing you.
And it's like, okay, because I've seen a lot of Jimmy Havoc's matches before AEW wasn't a thing. So I'm like, okay, staples, but ow. But just to see, like, to even see them going back and forth, to see two guys just going back and forth, taking money on each other, it's like, what is going on?
It was pretty funny. Like, Chris Statlander, I love her. She was there in the pre-show. I love that girl. She's gonna be a beast in AEW. I've talked about before. She's from Creator Pro. I've seen her in so many different promotions. She was there that night. That was amazing. Anthony Green's another one, and he's such a sweetheart. I went to pick up a shirt for my friend, and I got to talk to him briefly. He's such a sweetheart. And what's her name? Ava, is that her name? Yeah. Against Alex Reynolds and John Sterling. Like, I love Alex Reynolds as well. He's another one, Creative Pro. I believe it's Creative Pro. See, that's what I'm saying. There's so much, and I'm trying to like remember all the names, but so I got to see them there as well. My match of the night pretty much was Matt Tremont and Joe Gacy. They're both great in the ring, and it was about DJ Hyde leaving. And of course, Yangon was there. So he interfered to get DJ Hyde out of there. And my girl Valentina, she came in, she knocked Tremont, but you know, woo. So DJ Hyde, I don't know how that storyline's gonna go. So we'll see in the future. But no, for my first CZW show, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Oh, the fire alarm went off during this match. It was so annoying. I think somebody tweeted me and was like, Tiffany's at CZW. She turned the fire alarm off. And I was like, sorry, I was trying to see Gangone. Like,
people don't understand the power of the list.
The power of the list.
Fire alarms and phrases and shows.
Where is okay, so you know what, we're gonna do the list of husbands since we were talking about it. But yes, definitely CZW is actually one on the list. It's on Fight TV. You can go like pay-per-view them. They're pretty freaking cheap. I think they're like $10 to watch one of the pay-per-views. The one before was good as well, so definitely like check it out. It's on that. Did you post pics of CZW? I did post some pictures of CZW. I can post some more. I'll definitely post some more, and then there's some on my Facebook as well. Yeah, absolutely, that was me. It was a bucket list. So all right, so we're gonna do the list of husbands now. April, like we said, April's gonna reveal her list of husbands, but I told her just do everybody because she's still new to the scene, right?
I am a Padawan, and Tiffany is the Jedi she's my Padawan.
There you go.
Star Wars. She is showing me the way.
Yes, I'm showing you the way, but like I am the queen of the indies, so it's like
Exactly.
I figured. So I have my general list of husbands out. I have my top 10, right? So I figured I have to provide the list of husbands in indie wrestling. So I couldn't pick anybody from AEW. I couldn't pick anybody from WWE. I couldn't, so these are all indie guys, all right? Wait, I'm like double checking before I reveal it to all you guys or whatever like that. I think most of them are in New York, and the other two aren't. So
that works.
Are you ready, guys? I don't know if I'm not even ready because I'm scared to finally reveal the list of husbands, because you don't understand like how much crap I get for this. Like April saw yesterday the crap that I get for them not being on the list. So,
like, sir, you need to do something in order to get on the list. This is not something that you need to earn your place.
Yes,
on the
you need to earn your place on the list of husbands, okay? So to the left is my list of husbands, and to the right is April's list of husbands. So I'll go through mine, and then you can go through yours. So obviously, Gangon is not going anywhere. I don't care what anybody says. I preached it yesterday at freaking Capital Wrestling, all right? April saw it. All right, and I said it. I said it so much yesterday. I don't really care. So, and actually, April got to meet number 2 husband, Hank Flanders, is on there. Okay, yeah. So she got to meet him yesterday.
So am I number 1 yet? I'll buy you this. Will I be number 1? I'm like, sure. You're not. No, this is the first time I'm meeting the man. And I'm like, you're not going to be number 1. He's like, why? I said, because you're not Anthony Gangon.
I think the best was he was giving me shit yesterday, and Gangon was right there, and I was like, "That's fine, because I'm just gonna like walk over to number 1 husband, and you better like recognize that that's number 1 husband, like seriously, like he ain't coming down." So number 3 is Alex Zane. Like that man is freaking gorgeous. All right, he is absolutely gorgeous.
He's a cutie. He's a cutie.
Oof. And then never mind the fact that he loves Taco Bell. All right. And then because he did the freaking podcast, which made him even like hotter, Okay. Because like he was just super sweet. Number 4 is Chris Steeler. He's another one here in New York. And he's another one that gave me shit because I think I had him as number 7 on my regular list as well, and he gave me shit for it, but I was like, you're number 7, that you're lucky number 7, and you made my list out of how many wrestlers out there?
Exactly. Relax, Papa. As long as you're on the list,
yes,
you're good.
You're on the list. All right, Joey Silver is another one that we've had on the list. Okay, he had to join the list.
Horrible. First of all, I love the
He needs to go on your list.
Did with him, and he is just so cute. I caught some of his matches. There's not a lot of matches of his on YouTube. There was just a lot of like fan videos, but from what I've seen, like he can move. Yeah,
he's going to be someone that I'm telling you, he's going to get signed. Like that's why I got him on the podcast, because I really, really believe he's going to get signed. I know, Charles, Lucky 13 needs to go number 9 or something. He needs to go on the list. I loaded this list before I added Lucky 13, so we're just going to assume Lucky 13's like number 9. Ace Andrews made the list. Too good. He's totally my type.
He's adorable.
Now he's going to get a big head because I put him on the list, and he was like, he's like, what's going on with the list? Are we going to be on the list? So you on the list. He shook his ass in front of me. He's got a nice ass too. He shook his ass on the podcast too. So
yeah, all the goods on this show. Damn.
I'm telling you, I get all the goods. Number 7 is Charles Mason. All right, tell me not. He is gorgeous.
I didn't see this man.
You know Charles Mason. He was in the 6-way at freaking House of Glory. He came out with the green tights and he came out with the bubbly, and then he spit it in Red's face.
Yo.
Wait, I got to show her face because her face is just so funny when she just realized who the hell I was talking about.
Oh, we were calling him, what's this guy?
He's a heel.
I know, but oh my God, I kept calling him like Junior. I'm blanking because he was just so pale, such a mega ginger. Like, who is this? Oh my God, I am so blanking from WWE. Oh my God.
Sheamus.
Yes, we call him Sheamus Jr. Like the whole time.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god, he's so pale.
He's cute as hell though.
Is he okay?
He's yum. And then of course number 8, I had to put Dan Housing on there. Okay, like I know like a lot of people are like confused because he's got the face paint, but bro, when he takes the face paint off, he is yummy, and he's fun. Love that Dan Housing.
I love his. I haven't seen any of his matches, but the promos they always share, like, yo, he's adorable.
Yo,
so
he's
cute.
funny. I would kill to get him on the podcast. He's freaking hilarious. Like, he does the Pee Wee Herman dance in his matches. You're gonna die. I have to find a match and I have to send it to you. He was on Warrior Wrestling, which I'll talk about after. But I was a little sad because they put him on the pre-show, so we didn't get to see it. So,
Ooh.
but yeah, so that is my my indie list of husbands. So, you want to go through your list?
Woo.
Get the fan?
I'm gonna put my fan on.
Get the fan. See? I'll put you back. Get the fan.
So, you guys already know Tiffany has a type.
I do have a type.
Guys with the beards and
they're skinny white boys. That's really what it is. Skinny white boys.
Skinny white boys. And if you can see on my list, I have a thing for eyes. Mm-hmm. And so obviously you can see my top 4. I have Jon Moxley. Like, hello, I've been following him since forever. FKA Dean Ambrose, who I loved. Oh, he's everything. Finn Balor, FKA Prince Devitt. Oh my God. Oh, you guys don't understand.
She can't. She's losing it.
Like, you don't understand. And then I got Kenny freaking Omega. Hello. Like, I just, yo.
You and Queen are gonna fight.
Just, like, they're so gorgeous. I love the way they move in the ring. Like, I'm so familiar, especially when Moxley's like, his set, like his move set. Like, I already know what he's always gonna do. He's always entertaining. Finn Balor going back to NXT, bringing back who we should have had on the main roster. Then we got our Prince back, and I'm so happy with this. Kenny Omega, enough said. I mean, everything has been said about the man, and I'm not gonna keep going on. Adam Page, oh my God.
He's a little cutie. He really is. He's got gorgeous eyes and the blonde hair, and he's a cutie. But he's too cute to go on my list.
He's thick, and I just want to bite him. Like, I was like, oh my God, he's a cowboy. I need this cowboy. And back in September, I go to a dude ranch with my job, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to find me a Hangman Page. I want one of those.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
I'm like, where are the cowboys? I need some cowboy shit in my life. And I love him, even though he hasn't really been wrestling really long, but he's definitely going to be a star. I can't wait for him to turn heel. I mean, it's going to happen. Ricochet, oh my God.
He's all abs.
I love my high flyers.
He's a good looking dude.
Woo, beautiful man. Aleister Black, oh my God.
All those tats.
This is so random because I felt like I was going back to my high school days where I used to love like these grungy, all tattooed motorcycle, demon-looking fuckers. But to see some of his interviews and to see like he's such a sweetheart and he's just very mellow and chill, and the way like he loves his wife Zelina Vega, I'm like, oh my God, that's kind of goals. Mm-hmm. Need this in my life. Lucky number 7, the villain.
Oof, he's on my list.
I mean, come on.
He's
you've met him, so you know why he's on my list.
Oh God, he's the most nicest guy. He's sweet. The accent. Oh my God, I'm done. He's still on my list. He's on my regular list.
What number is he?
Oh God, I don't even remember anymore. I'm so confused.
Number 8, another blue-eyed wonder, Will Ospreay. I mean,
he's yum. He's definitely yum.
Not yum, but he's had an insane year.
Oh my God, he should be Wrestler of the Year.
What?
He should.
Oh my God! Now I just started following New Japan, and this year was my first G1. To be honest, I thought the G1 was a day. I didn't know it was an entire month. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, wow, these guys are fighting in matches almost every single day for a month, and then they jump onto different tournaments. So for him being in the Super Juniors, the G1, I think he was in a couple of others. I'm like, yo, Man of the Year, Wrestler of the Year, and
New Japan, man.
I'm watching a lot of his old stuff. I love watching his matches with Ricochet because they're just flying everywhere. Yeah. It looks like a Cirque du Soleil show.
Oh my God.
Oh. I love it. Fabian Eichner, I don't know if you know him. He's in the Imperium for NXT UK. He's an Italian stallion.
Okay, I know who it is. Okay, yeah.
Whew, oh my God. He's just so pretty.
Pretty.
And he's just like, I like the way his body is shaped. And I do love him in the ring. Like he's, that's a man. And I had to add, Steve Gabinki and Anthony Bowens from last night.
Right.
I mean, Papi number 1, Papi number 2. I need more of these. Like, I didn't get their names. And I'm like, okay, Papi 1, Papi 2. I'm like, yes, can I have both? I don't care. I want them both. And I was waiting for them to dive to us. They want to be rude and dive towards the camera. Like, hello, I paid good money for this. Like, dive in my face first.
I got you. I'll protect you, pretty much. So,
like, we were waiting for men to dive at us all last night.
Oh, he wasn't involved? See, that's the thing, is there's so much wrestling out there. Like, I can't keep up with everything and everybody or whatever like that. You have your favorites. You follow who you follow. And, even when you go to certain promotions, maybe there's someone you like a lot and then you follow them and then you come across other promotions, and that's the cool thing. So that's why, like, I'm glad you came with me to Capital, and then I'm going to bring you to Synergy with me as well, because it's another great company like I want you to see. So you're going to love, so you're going to be adding more to your list of husbands. So, just get ready.
So ready. I'm ready to dedicate 2020 to just wrestling shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all cheap. I want to do is just go to wrestling shows, whether they're big, indie shows. I don't care. Like, I want to see it all.
It's cheap too, which is nice. So you don't spend a lot of money on them. Some of them are like $10, some are $15, $20, depending on the shows that you go to. So I always like to get front row because they're cheap enough anyway. And it's great because then I get great pictures and videos, and it's just, it's a cool experience as well. And you get to heckle the guys, and I'm all about heckling some of the guys as well. So
I didn't really start getting into heckling until the HOG show that we went to.
Oh my God!
Before, and I'll just be watching, but I never really got into the whole heckling thing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is fun. But we're heckling in a fun way.
Right. We're playing. It's not being mean, Like, we've seen people been mean, and then you see people like, like, it's just fun. Like, it's just, we're just playing around with them, and like they know it, like they know it. So
there are some fans that just be going above and beyond. Right. And it's like, hey, are you gonna go in the ring? Are you gonna get your ass beat? Because we can see that too. I'm here to see men in a match. Yeah. So when you talking all this shit, drag his ass out. We get a bonus match. Let's do it.
Oh man. So I'm just gonna go quickly into Warrior Wrestling, and then we'll go back to House of Glory, because the spot of the month is part of the House of Glory show that we went to. So Warrior Wrestling, like, I was not familiar with. I was invited to my best friend Brad and Margaret's house, and actually Ray came with me to see this pay-per-view, because we were excited because it was Team Chaos and the Rascals. And this is what, like, drew me into this. Never mind the fact as Dan Housing was on the card too. But like I said, I was a little sad, and I hope, please, if you're listening, please, can you release that match, like, somewhere, like on YouTube or something? Because I really want to see the Dan Housing match, because that was another reason what I was so excited for, and I was so sad not to see him, because I'm a huge fan of Dan Housing. So we had Lance Archer versus Brian Pillman. Lance won. That was a great match. Suzuki and Filthy, Tom Lawyer, Brian Cage retained the championship belt. But this Team Chaos and the Rascals, oh my God, this was like the match of, like, probably, like, I don't know, the House of Glory match was just, like, great. The 6-way as well. Well, they both had Amazing Red in there, and I'm a huge Amazing Red fan. Love Amazing Red. But Amazing Red and Will Ospreay and Rocky Romero, and I was like losing my shit. The freaking Code Red off the turnbuckle. Like, I lost. Like, if you guys haven't seen this match, you should go. I'm not sure. I think it's on Fight. You need to pay-per-view it, because that match alone was match probably of the night, year, whatever. It was such a great, and we'll get into your fan tweets, because this match was talked about in the fan tweets, because I put a fan tweet out asking what was your match of the year. This match kept coming up in a lot of the fan tweets. That Code Red off the turnbuckle had me flying, going nuts. There was a clip that Will posted that you see him doing the press of a 450 off the turnbuckle, and he's screaming for Red's attention. He's like, Red, Red, Red. And then you see him, like, I'm telling you, like, you need to watch this match. You have to watch this match because that's how good this match was. It was such an entertaining, fun match, very fast paced. Like, really, maybe match of the year. That's how good. So I'm excited. Like I said, this was the first time that I watched Warrior Wrestling. They have great names. It's fun. I think it's mostly in Chicago, if I'm right. But they're already promoting for Warrior Wrestling 8. And oh my God, Rascals versus the Strong Hearts. I'm sold. Take my money. Tessa Blanchard's supposed to be there. I think it's a fatal 6-way, right? With 6 or maybe 7-way. I forgot. I think it's like with 6 other women or something. Like the best of the best. And Tessa Blanchard.
I need this in my life.
Yes. So I so look out for that Warrior Wrestling. It's really, really good. I'm telling you. And Amazing Red is coming back against Alex Shelley. So take my money.
He needs to not retire. He tried to retire so many times. Like, no, sir. He's not retired. Stop it.
No, go away. You're like getting back in the ring. All right. So, but oh my God, like Warrior Wrestling. Yes. Take my money. I can't wait. I'm ready to pay-per-view Warrior Wrestling 8. Let's go. So, but anyway, so yeah, let's go into House of Glory as well. House of Glory is like our house pretty much here, you know, in New York. Everybody knows House of Glory. So, I mean, really,
that show was everything. It was so everything. Like every single match was so just wow. There wasn't a match that I was just like meh about.
Right.
And then be able to see, especially that 6-way, that oh my God.
Yeah. So I think like our matches of the night were combined to Private Party versus Lucha Brothers. All right.
Oh my God. It was so good to see Private Party back in that ring.
They're so sweet.
I've only seen them a couple of times, and the last time I saw them before this was their last match with the Young Bucks, and just to see them back, you know, from watching them on AEW, just like, yo, we just seen these guys not too long ago, and then to see them back at home
at House of Glory, yeah,
best with the yurs and the chants, it was just, oh man, it was so good to see them back, and then done with Lucha Bros. Oh my God, it was insane.
It's great.
It was a great match.
I mean, the Lucha Brothers, they retained the titles. They're still the tag team titles. Yeah, but like, oh my God, like it was fun. We had a lot of fun. What was it? I like that they were battling each other. Like,
I love when they do the dance battles.
Oh my God, the dance battles is everything.
I love the dance battles. Like, can we have that on AEW? They should add that, since that's basically a glorified indie show on TNT. So
it's fun. I mean, it's maybe something that you would see on like Dynamite all the time, once in a while, because you don't want to overkill it or whatever. But it's so much fun, and like this is what me and April talk about. That it's about having fun. Like, I don't know why people get so mad and upset. I literally, like, our hearts is just to have fun. Why can't we have fun? They're trying to have fun. Why can't we have fun? So, but yeah, I love those boys. They know I love them to death. So,
and I thank you for introducing me
to
Martin and Isaiah. The fact that it wasn't just the fact that, you know, we got to meet them, and they were just so cool. And then we had a hype party.
Yes.
Isaiah, and we was just hyping him up. We had our own little hype party. He was trying to kick us out, and he was like, "No, we partied. Like, we literally had a mini party with him." It was like, he
was loving it. Like your video that you guys took, that he was like hyping into the camera.
Like we're hyping him up, and they're like, "Okay, we gotta get out," and he's like, "No, we're still getting hyped on that." And every time I see them, I'm like, "Those guys are awesome." Oh my God, that was amazing. Like, that's honestly. I think they were probably like my first wrestlers I've met. I don't really meet a lot of wrestlers.
Oh yeah, I took April to go meet the wrestlers. I was like, come on. I was like, most of them know, right? How many people?
Like, you need to train. This is training for when you meet your list of husbands, so you don't freak the hell out. I see like Mark Quinn, and then oh my God,
TJ Perkins. You went nuts for. You were like number one. You were like husband, TJ Perkins.
Oh my God, I was like, oh my God, that's TJ. And she goes, go say hi. I'm like, no, I'm scared.
It was the most funniest thing because I felt like I saw her heart jump out of her skin when
Oh my
she
God.
met TJ.
Oh, it's so cool.
It was the funniest thing because the way she reacted was kind of the way that I still react to Gangone, right? Like anybody else I can talk to, no problem, right? So I fangirl the shit out of Gangone, right? Like I still can't talk to him. It's crazy. It's just
I
crazy.
stand girls for TJ, and I know you were very happy to finally meet Amazing Red and got to have a conversation with him. So that was a great moment to see you have that.
That was everything.
Mark and Isaiah, that was so fun. I was like, oh my God, these guys are so awesome.
Yeah, you met Leroy Green. You met Smiley.
Sweetheart. Oh my God. And he remembered me. So I feel very honored.
They know. I mean, it's such a cool feeling when they remember you. Like you show up, you support, you know, like you kind of like, it's really something special. And I always tell people that you don't really know what it feels like. And maybe to them, it's like, oh, but I'm just like anybody else or whatever like that. But it's just so cool. And it's really, even like Flip Gordon remembers me. It's crazy. Like, I don't know how, but he remembers me all the time when he sees me.
Put him on my list.
Yeah, he's a little
I got
yummy.
on my list. So Tiffany's like, you're going to meet as many wrestlers. So when you do meet your top 3 on your list, you're going to be just fine. I'm like, no, I can't do this. Like, I can't.
A lot of them are humble. That's the cool thing is like they're really humble. They'll have conversations with you. Like, trust me, in the beginning, even with me, it was very hard. And actually, Matthew Ryan Shapiro was one that I asked him, I was like, how do you get over that feeling? I was like, because 6 months ago, I couldn't do this stuff. I'd be like, my heart would be racing. I couldn't talk to these people. Like, I'm like, shit, you know, now I'm getting better. Like the only one that I still like is Gangone. But we're cool, you know, that's the thing. It's like, we're cool. We're friends, you know, but I still like you know? Like, but
just I know it's hard to explain. Like I know that you know you're cool with him, you guys have conversations, and you know just meeting him yesterday, I was like, oh my God, he's such a sweetheart. But I could definitely see why you know you fangirl the way you do, just even from talking to him out of character to see him in the ring doing what he does best, putting on these killer matches, and you're just like, oh my God, not only are you freaking humble and amazing, but you do these amazing things. And it's like, how?
I like how I introduced him to April yesterday. I was like, this is number 1 husband.
I was happy because he was like losing it. I'm like, should we chant number 1 husband? She's like, no, we're gonna fuck him up.
Husband! I was doing it during the match anyway. I was like, husband! I was screaming.
I was off the belt, and I'm like, Tiffany, could someone console him? That's number 1 husband.
Come here! I got you. I got a hug right here for you. I was screaming at Lucky 13 though because he kept getting in my way, and I was trying to take video of number 1 husband, and I was having a serious problem.
I was like, sir, can you sit, sir?
It was fun, but
he is so animated. It was fun watching him.
Yeah,
it was fun to watch.
All of it was fun. And so the 6-way of House of Glory, but like of course, like you brought up that I met Amazing Red, and that was always a bucket list for me because I know it's hard for a lot of people to meet Amazing Red. And I got so much hate because everybody's like, how the hell did you meet Red? How? And I'm like, I'm queen of the indies. Like, you know, I'm not giving you my you know, my tactics or whatever like that. But I swear, like, it was funny because I had thought about this before I met him. And I was like, if I ever meet Amazing Red, what would I have conversation with him? And, of course, like, I'm going to go into the fact that he's amazing, no pun intended. Like, you know, like he's such an amazing wrestler. Like I can't, you know, he has like laid out a lot of the ways for a lot of other wrestlers. But not only did I want to tell him that I appreciate his work as well, and this is what I did talk to him for the few minutes that I got to talk to him, is that I also appreciate his proteges. And I felt that was like, you could see, like, my friend Danny was snapping pictures of my face, and Ray was laughing because Ray was like when I showed him the pictures, he was like, if I was by you, he goes, I would have been laughing at you. He was like, because your face was everything, because my friend Danny caught pictures of me like fangirling. But you see it in my face, and you see in Red's face, like, how sincere and humble he was, because I sat there and I talked to him about how I really appreciate his proteges, and that because of him, he has, I mean, don't get me wrong, because all these guys are talented and you have to have something special in order to be in the ring and be doing what you're doing or whatever like that. But being trained by Amazing Red, it shows in the ring. And there's a lot of wrestlers that I didn't know were trained by, like Joey Silver, right? When I first saw Joey Silver was at Full Faith Wrestling. Right off the bat, I was like, this kid is special. This kid is going to get called somewhere. I was like, I just know it. You can see that he was trained by Amazing Red. And when he came on the podcast, he's talked about, I didn't know, but you see it. You see it. He's got that. There's a lot of wrestlers there. And as I go forward with Under the Ropes as well, you know, a lot of those wrestlers I want on the podcast as well. So I want to hear their stories as well. But I had to tell him that. But that match, April, like that 6-way. So it was
so fun.
Red, Leroy Green.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Red, Leroy Green, Nola Catano, Charles Mason, Smiley, and KC Notaro. So like for the belt. And holy crap, right?
We were just cracking jokes because Smiley was coming in and he was like, oh, he has his little creepers. Yeah. So my friend's like, oh, is this the Dark Order? I'm like, no, it's the Light Order. Like, get it together.
I think even Leroy was playing with one of the creepers with the switch. Yeah.
And we found out he was playing Pokemon, so we just did a bunch of Pokemon chants.
Yes. That was fun. We were screaming for Nick Shin too. Nick Shin. Nick Shin.
Like, Nick, we care about you. He kept looking at our direction like,
yes. like these girls are crazy, like, but that's what I'm saying. We're having fun and they want a reaction, whether it's, you know, being booed or you're chanting or something. That's what they want. That's you know, you need some sort of reaction. You don't want people snoring and sleeping, you know.
I don't understand people who go to shows and they're just there to just watch. Like we were talking earlier when I went to All Out back in August, and the majority of my row, they were just so whack. Like, I'm the only one over here standing up, cheering, you know, for my favorites. I'm cheering for Pyro. Mm-hmm. And these guys are just there, like, watching the matches and, you know, looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, sir, how much did you pay for your ticket? You could have just stayed home to watch the match. If you're going to go to a show, whether if it's a big show or indie show, you need to this is what they want.
Right.
They feed off the audience.
Yeah.
They don't get no reactions from us. They're going to think they're doing something wrong.
Right.
Like, no, you're doing perfectly everything right. Even when you botch,
yeah,
we're still going to give you shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, you know what, I fucked up, but okay, let's save the botch. And
right. You got to move forward. You got to keep going.
Keep moving. Like, it's all fun. And yeah. I hate people who, they just don't understand and they take it so seriously. Like, oh, this guy botched like 5 times and this happens. Like, who cares? I had fun. The match was great. Like, I hate people who are like that, who micromanage every single thing. Like, if you're not in the business, why do you care?
Right. It's true. That's true. I mean, like, if you got into the ring and, like, it's not that easy.
What they do.
Yeah. So.
Like, so many times, like, even when you just hear the drops, I was getting nervous because it's so loud. And I'm like, oh, my God, these bumps. I feel like they hurt. But they just keep going and then doing all these crazy moves. And it's just. Wrestling is not an easy thing, and I praise the men who do this because, like, yeah, it is, I guess, scripted and I guess choreographed in some way, but these men train for this. You know, they're in the gym, they're doing all these things 24/7, they're on the road, and for them to sacrifice their bodies to do what they love for us, because that's for us. I praise them.
Yeah, seriously. So I'm gonna show you guys. This is from my video camera. The spot of the month, man. The spot of the month was. This is absolutely crazy. This kid.
So good. Like, that was awesome.
We went nuts. I could never do anything like that. I can't even jump on a box.
I feel like if I try to like do like a bump on the ropes, I'm gonna hurt myself. Like, oh, okay, I quit. Like, it's just wow. And oh my God, this is what we love.
Yeah, we love indie wrestling. So
we are team wrestling.
Yes, team wrestling. Here. Absolutely. So I'm gonna go through a little bit I put a fan tweet out. What was your favorite indie wrestling match of 2019? So if you're watching this at a later time, please leave, your comments below. The reason why I also put out this tweet was maybe there's matches or wrestlers that I'm not familiar with that I would love to look into and see, because hey, you never know. You might find another wrestler, that you might actually enjoy. So the responses on this was crazy. I'm not going to go through all of them. I am going to pick a couple of them. Like I said, a lot of people did say Team Chaos versus the Rascals. So that was definitely like a fan favorite. So Chris Black Baymax says Effie versus Nick Gage at GCW 2 Cup Stuffed. That was a great match. I love GCW. April,
I like Nick Gage. I'll check it out.
We're gonna get you onto this. My good friend Margaret, she said Damian Drake versus Ice Williams versus Remy Marcel. I'm still like learning the names. I'm pretty sure I know I've seen Damian before, and I'm sure I saw the other guys too, because they've been trying to get me into FSW. That's where Chris Bay is at a lot as well. So she said the ladder match from FSW Vegas. So definitely a match, because I know like they love that company as well. Brad is my best friend. He's the reason why I got into indie wrestling as well. And when I went to his house and I'm like, make sure you go answer the fan tweet, I was like, because this is all you, like he's like the king of the indies. He's way, 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 way better than me. If you need anything, that's the guy to go after when it comes to indie wrestling. So he said he goes, this is hard. I could go Joey Janela versus David Starr from Beyond Wrestling. The Americana, David Starr versus Mercedes Martinez in Enchanted Territory. And so many more, but I'm going to go with G-Raver, versus John Cassie for GCW. He goes, this is my indie Mahdi. But that's crazy. Crazy. Queen of Any said John Moxley versus Darby Allin at Northeast Wrestling, Brass City Hall.
I seen that match, obviously, and oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait to see them two have a feud or tag team on AEW, because holy shit, Darby Allin is very special.
Yeah.
And oh man, so that match was really good. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Datila said Lucha Brothers versus Darby Allin and Matt Seidel at Starrcade at Los Angeles on 11/23/19. I know that was I think her first indie show, so she was really excited as well.
So that one was good.
RJ said Trent, husband, versus Colin Delaney. So I have to look this up at what is this company? I'm sorry. I have to click at some of them because some of the names are Upstate Pro Wrestling. So I need to look into this match. I love Trent.
Many wrestling companies.
I know, it's crazy. Like there really is. So Everything Pro Wrestling, Kevin Bennett versus Braxton Sutter. So the Blade?
Yeah.
So at Empire State Wrestling. Okay, so this one was a really good one. Smart to Death, Chris Dickinson versus Chris Statlander at GCW Escape from LA, and Queen agreed with him. It was a really good match.
I think I've seen rights to that one, but I'm going to see if I can find the full one, because I love Chris Statlander.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through because, the rest of them are pretty much saying the Warrior Wrestling one. So thank you guys so much for your fan tweets. I mean, like I said, you never know. There might be wrestlers you don't know. There's wrestling companies you don't know of. I don't mind looking into it. The IWTV is a great app. There's Fight TV. Me and April were talking about Fight TV yesterday. I mean, there's a lot of free stuff on it. And then you have a lot of the pay-per-views, and a lot of them are cheap. Some are $5, some are $10, some, so on.
So much.
There's so much freaking wrestling out there.
To watch, and now we are in the future. We have all these streaming services. We have all these wrestling shows. It's I have to schedule when to watch some kind of wrestling.
Yeah. It's
insane.
And it's hard because a lot of the times there's times that I'll be with Brad and then he'll have it on the TV, the iPad, and his laptop all going because they're all at the same time, and he wants to watch like everything, and it really is impossible to watch everything. So I pick and choose, and if there's things you don't like, there's always something else to watch. So that's what I did. There's things that I don't like anymore, and again, look, I keep finding more promotions and new wrestlers that I like, and it always starts with the indie scene. So I mean, I'm glad that you really got into the indie scene, and like I can't wait to take you to like more promotions so that you could start falling in love, like kind of like how I have. And like I said, there's always going to be things you don't like, but really, like there might be like you'll go to a promotion, you just fall in love with like maybe one particular person,
and I'm ready for it. I've been disappointed majority of the year from one major wrestling company because all they did was put out shit products. So like, you know what, I need to watch something else. I need to watch real wrestling, and
yes,
that's what it is. Like, it's in the indies. This is real wrestling. This is real wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, this is their prime. It doesn't matter.
Right.
I don't care if I go to a show and there's only 10 people there. If I'm seeing some great matches, I'm going to be the hype woman.
Yes.
Like, I need to be on Tiffany's level. Like, I want to see it all. Cause
get crazy.
It just amazes me the things that they do. And it's like, how? And why?
Like, you see our future, right? Like, be honest. Like, even like yesterday, you see some really good talent out there, or even like, like House of Glory, right? You see a lot of guys that you're like, damn. Like, you look at them. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, I look at things so much differently now. But I look at a lot of these guys, and I'm like, damn, that guy's gonna get picked up. It doesn't matter where they get picked up, Of course, like, I say I'm biased, and I love the indie scene so much, and I don't want my favorites, to get signed. Because I get access that I can go hang out with them and stuff like that. Like, what's going to happen when they get signed and go somewhere big, and I'm not going to have that option to see them front row and, stuff like that. But Alex Zane said it the best, and he was like, with someone getting signed, then it gives somebody else a spot in the indies to shine. I mean, Alex Zane wanted to quit wrestling, and he said he gave it another year, and he blew up July 4th at GCW with Tony Deppen. That's a great match. That's probably my match of the year.
I gotta check that out.
GCW.
That's the match to watch.
That is the match to watch. That's one of my favorite matches of 2019. I mean, there was a lot of great matches. I think that's my match of the year, because that blew him up. I mean, there was so much great stuff. Like, you can keep going and going and going. But definitely, like, thinking right now, like, that was one of my favorite matches. It's crazy. That blew him up. Really, really good match to see. Datiela says, my New Year's resolution is to go to more indie shows. Now you guys see, like, this is why I started Indy Talks, because I love it so much. And you got to remember, if you guys are a WWE fan or an AEW fan or whatever it is, these guys started somewhere, right? So they started an indie scene where they trained and went to school, right? Like, Too Good said it earlier. They were like, go to school, train, learn everything, So later down the line, the goal is eventually to get signed somewhere, Or maybe it's really just to stay in the indie scenes. There's a lot of guys that just have been offered contracts and declined them because they like their spot in the indie. Look at Joey Ryan. Joey Ryan was really just wanted to stay in the indie scene, and I mean, now he's with Impact, but he's still doing indie scene.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's definitely on my bucket list to go to a bar wrestling show. That needs to be seen, and for even just to hear him join an Impact is like, wow.
Yeah.
Especially with the character like his, because a lot of people, there was a lot of speculation, and they were like, oh, he's going to go with WWE. It's like, no, because he will not be Joey Ryan anymore.
Right.
Like, we will not have this gimmick. We wouldn't have this.
Right.
Like, no. So there's so many, like you said, there are so many wrestlers who have all these awesome gimmicks that depending on where they go, they can either switch up the gimmick entirely or touch it up. It's like, no, I want it to stay this way because this is what works.
Right. And it makes them happy. It's not always about the money.
No, it's not. And that just shit, like, really annoys me. Does everyone, especially with this whole AEW, WWE thing, where they're just like, oh, they're going to go to AEW, they're going to make less money. It's like, why does it matter how much money you make? That's another one reason why I love Jon Moxley so much, because of the year that he's had. And it's so, his situation was so relatable. He was at a shitty job where he wasn't happy and depressed, and he wanted to just say, I quit with everything. You know what? He got up, said, I'm leaving WWE, which was a big thing. Him doing his pop at AEW, and you can see how happy he is. Now he's working with New Japan, and he's having the first ever Texas Death Match and Wrestle Kingdom. So to even just look at that, like, he's happy. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. Like, as long as you're happy with what you're doing and you have the freedom to do what you love, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter about the money.
No. Do what
money
you love.
Is everything. I think money kills faster than anything.
And it shows, right? Like, we talked about that yesterday. You can see when the wrestlers are having a good time, and it shows in the work. And I feel like you get a better performance when you're liking what you're doing and you're having a good time with it. So chemistry is everything as well. Be safe in the ring. These are all the components, right?
Yeah, even the promo, what's his name? Deranged?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was just, he was just so good. Like, I was looking at you, I'm like, I feel like I should call the cops.
Like, you felt it, right? Like, you felt it inside of it.
You're gonna kill this poor ref. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't pay to see a murder.
Yeah.
Like, should I call the cops? This is not normal. The way they just
made you believe.
Take it out like a mental patient is like, this is wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at Dan Housing, right? Dan Housing is one of my favorites, and I haven't even seen him live yet. And his promos and what I've seen so far, everybody loves him, and like, I absolutely love him. I need him on the podcast. Like, get him on the podcast. I'm trying, So I hope
I will help you do this because I want to see him on the show. Like, I haven't seen any of his matches, but I've seen a lot of his promos, and they're so funny and entertaining that I feel like you would just.
He's got great gimmick. Oh, it would be fun. He's got a Patreon. I gotta join his Patreon. He is oh my God. I can't. He's so funny. I love him so much. But that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Like, my passion for it. I love it. Like, you find somebody crazy. He doesn't even live here. He's not even from New York. And I'm like, I love it. There's so much wrestling. Even if you support your local indies and but I mean, check out, again, Fight TV, IWTV, all these apps, everything that we have. There's so much out there. So if there's things you don't like, why waste your time on things you don't like? Don't complain about the things you don't like, and go find something you do like.
Exactly. Like, stop. Life is too short to keep to be complaining about stuff when there's so much out there, people.
There's so much.
These shows, like I said, I barely knew who any of these people were last night, and I had the time of my life. Right. And I'm like, I want to know who these guys are. I want to know names. I want to see matches.
See, that's my point. That's the whole point of the podcast. That's the whole point, because you just don't know, and you fall in love with other people, and again, they might get signed to the big screen one of these days. So where they go, is it AEW, New Japan? WWE, wherever it is, that they start somewhere. So what is January? So that's December. December is over. New Year's is Tuesday night.
I'm so excited for 2020, not just personally, but this was a year that blew up with wrestling, especially in the middle of the year. But next year, 2020, I feel like it's just, they're gonna go above and beyond. Not with just any of the major companies, but just in wrestling in general. I have a good feeling it's just going to blow up, and we're going to be even more hyped next year than we are right now.
Get hyped. Get absolutely hyped, guys, because 2020 is going to be a good year. The last 6 months have been amazing to me. I can't. I really stress. I mean, I've been watching indie wrestling for a while, but the last 6 months have been something really special. So January. So what are you doing? January, you're doing ICW and Synergy with me, right?
And Synergy.
Right.
Definitely, sure.
Okay, so I am doing, so you guys, the next month, when I do Indy Talks episode 3, hopefully Ray will be better and back. So it should be ICW. I'm going to GCW with Queen of the NE and my best friend Brad. So I'm looking forward to that. Synergy Wrestling, and I'm open on the 25th with the possibility of maybe going to Northeast Wrestling, unless something else pulls me onto the 25th, something local, or it really depends on the weather as well. So we'll see.
I would love to go to Northeast Wrestling and meet husband number 7.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. If everything's all good and I don't make other plans for something local or something like that, we'll go meet up with Queen and we can go meet husband number 7 for you. So.
That's going to be the ultimate test.
Yes. We're going to prepare you. We have some time. We have a couple of weeks to prepare you.
And I'm working my way up.
We're going to prepare you. So, April, tell everybody where you're at. Go Go give it to them.
Yeah, so I am on Unpopular Reviews powered by Yep, I Like Wrestling. If you guys haven't heard of us, we are a live streaming show on Facebook. We are on Mondays and we review Monday Night Raw. We have a little war on Wednesdays with AEW versus NXT, which is pretty dope. And we also review Friday Night SmackDown. You can find us on the Yep, I Like Wrestling page. And we're all over social media, Instagram, Twitter at UPR Yep, ILW. And yeah, this upcoming Wednesday is going to be our first ever AEW full episode, and it's going to be dope. And this weekend, we're going to be reviewing Wrestle Kingdom.
Woo!
So tune
ready.
in because this is my first Wrestle Kingdom.
It's going to be fun.
I did not know it was 2 nights.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of matches. So
yeah, this is the first year that they're doing. This is the first year that they're doing 2 nights. But
this is a crazy week of wrestling, and
yeah. But
I'm here for it.
It's gonna be good. I mean, you're gonna see one of your husbands, and Jericho's gonna be on it, and I'm looking forward to it. And get the fan.
I look forward to Wednesdays because I always get husband number 2 on NXT, which I always watch after AEW. Then I get husbands 1, 3, and 4 on AEW. So, and it's gonna be an amazing week of wrestling. And like I said, 2020, I feel. Not only is it going to be a big year for us individually, because we all agree that 2019 was pile of shit. It was a crazy year for a lot of us. And 2020, with clear vision, it's going to be a good year, especially in the wrestling world. So support your local indies.
Yes.
And like I said, listen, I will be a spokeswoman for indies. Even though this is probably like my 4th or 5th indie show ever. I don't care. I love it all. Go see them. This is where it's at.
See, this is why I wanted April on, because like I said, she's still new, and I've been kind of like your little vet the last couple of months and everything like that, and I'm so glad that she jumped onto the indie scene.
They'll show me the way.
I got you. We're gonna get you to meet more wrestlers, and we'll take more pictures, and we'll fangirl, and we'll get Queen. We gotta go to a show with Queen, and we gotta get the fan. All right, and then we got
fans because. That place is going to be like the end of the Titanic. It's just going to be just too hot. Like, everyone's going to be drowning in the sliding of all of it. It's just...
Get ready, guys. Get the fan. Again, guys, if anything, leave your comments below. Let us know about your favorite match of the year. I want to know. I really want to know. And it gives, like I said, other people too, like maybe that they never heard of certain these matches before, and it'll make you look into it, and you'll see amazing wrestlers and matches. So let us know, and I guess that's it, right? So look out on social media. I'm Tiffany, your queen of the indies at Loves to Dream 82. Make sure you're following the No Holds Barred Network, and make sure you're following it on Twitter. Under the Ropes will be back, and Ollie podcast sometime this week, so make sure you're following us all on social media. Thank you, Darren These Wolves, for our beautiful music for all our episodes. I love you. We'll see you soon. Actually, you will meet Darren at probably Synergy Wrestling, because he works with GoPro.
I love the music. I love the music you guys have on this.
Yes,
so
Darren is a sweetheart.
Love to meet him, and I want to pick his brain.
Yeah. Get ready. And then you might actually you're going to meet Joey Silver, because he's booked for the 18th. So.
I'm excited.
See?
Cool.
See?
Now I can finally watch a real match.
Yes. We gotta like put silver in our hair, like I did at one of his matches. I got the spray and I put a bunch of silver in my hair just for him. So
we'll be his own fan club. I'm ready.
See, we will be the loud people. I will be with heels, shots and chair shots. Like, we're gonna hang out with them, and I love those guys. We're gonna go hang out with them at Synergy Wrestling and do some shots, and oh my god, and we're gonna hype up Synergy Wrestling. So, yes. But anyway, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Bye.